Hey guys, Sandy here, and today I'm up for the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file shop. Now I have cut out the Build a Snow Globe cut file. I did not cut out all of them. There's a little house and a snowman, but I cut out the Christmas tree. I have the globe, and I also have the foil that is left over after I minked something. So I'm going to use this as well. Let's see what I can do. Now, my lighting did not like the foil, so it is a little bit dark, but once the foil gets out of the frame, voila, all kinds of light. Now, I know that this foil is super bright and really like poppy, and I don't want my layout to be that bright, so I'm actually going to use some vellum to tone it down. Now I thought about using some tulle, but vellum was what I had handy, so vellum is what we ended up using. I'm just going to go ahead and put my snow globe down so I can trim out the vellum. And I am completely happy with the vellum in the snow globe. It kind of gives it like that frosty look to it, so super cool. Now I knew that I was going to be backing it down here at the bottom with something, so I totally didn't worry about cutting that out nicely. And then also for the snow globe cut file, just to give you guys a heads up, there are other portions that you can build the snow globe with. You don't have to just use the Christmas tree. There's a little snowman and also I think it's a building, but I wanted to use just the Christmas tree. Now I did print out the Christmas tree or cut it out much larger than would actually fit inside the snow globe. So I am definitely going to be trimming it down at the bottom, and that is totally okay. Now I do cut out the star because I was thinking about backing it with some sequins, but I ended up changing my mind and I totally didn't back it with sequins. I'm erasing the pencil lines because I'm thinking, you know, I am going to be backing this and I don't need the pencil lines there, but like I said, I completely changed my mind. There's the little finger think dance off to the side there, and now I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So this is the Christmas tree. I am using some glitter paper, glitter stock from Brutus Monroe. I'm just trimming along the outside and making sure that I'm getting good lines so that I can back this Christmas tree with this super bright glitter paper. And I know it's gonna seem like it's a lot with the foil background and also with the glitter paper, but like I said, this vellum that's on here really subdues it, so it really looks snowy. There's not a whole lot of like wabam in your face. You could totally do a bunch of wabam in your face if you wanted to, by just using acetate, transparency, anything like that on your snow globe. But like I said, I was looking for something that was a little bit more subdued. Now I actually saved the offcuts of this glitter stock from the Christmas tree because I have two like halves of Christmas trees, and I'm going to be using that in my December album. Somehow, haven't figured that out yet, but we will. We will make that happen. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that this kind of outlines and matches up, pulling out my gluey mat, which is what I use when I am gluing sequins or cut files. I use this mat, that way I don't have to worry about the one underneath getting all gluey and gross, and just one of them stays that way. Right, getting that all done. Trimming off a little bit of excess because when I put it on, it wasn't exactly the best way. Now I do want to mention that I am using liquid adhesive. Most of the time, liquid adhesive is my adhesive of choice for backing cut files, but especially with this one because of the glitter stock, I find that the liquid adhesive just works a whole lot better when you're using like glitter cardstocks. It just adheres better. It gets more like it just grabs onto it. I wish you could see me. I'm like got my fist and like grr face on. So that is what is going on there. Now I'm thinking about using these heart stickers. They are all sequins. I'm thinking about using them to back the cut file, and then I do change my mind. I don't remember if it's because I found something else. I don't remember what my thought process was here. I know I was looking for something, and then I went ahead and decided to do it with glitter again. But the hearts I do use parts of the hearts. They do make an appearance. So I am totally ignoring the fact that I already cut out the size star that I needed, and I traced it again with the cut file, and then I'm backing it. And again, using liquid adhesive because it is glitter cardstock. Now, this cut file is available in the shop if you're interested in it. There are also oodles and oodles of other gorgeous Christmas cut files in the shop. Virginia has outdone herself this year, you guys. Like, it is amazing the amount of cut files that she has put out this year, and they're gorgeous. If you haven't checked them out, you should. There's all kinds of things. There's words, there's trees, there's reindeer, there's build a like a Christmas village one, which is really cool. Lots of cool stuff, and the snowflakes are utterly gorgeous. So if you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. So head on over there. The link will be down in the description below. And of course, you need to go check out the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. There is just a whole bunch of fun Christmas things going on. There have been lives and games and with prizes and lots of inspiration, lots of cut files, lots of sales, sales exclusively to members of the Facebook group. Just so much fun over there. So make sure you go check that out. I know Katie and Jess have gone live together twice. So that is super awesome. Like live in the same place together, which has been really cool having both of their creations come to life. Now, as you can see, this is where I used those little heart sequin thingies, rhinestone things. And I'm just figuring out where I need to cut this tree off because I know that that's happening. So I figure, yep, we're going to get some adhesive on here. But what I really need to do is figure out what I am going to use on the bottom of this snow globe cut file. Now, I was thinking about going metallic at first, but I was like, no. And then I really wanted to go wood grain, and I loved that wood grain paper right there, but unfortunately it was just too small. So I went with a dark wood grain, and I think I like this a lot better than what I would have liked the lighter wood grain. So this one made me completely happy. So went ahead and did that. Now I'm going to trim this out and then back it as well. And then we're going to get this snow globe finally finished and all made. Now I just want to let you guys know, I'm not sure what happened. After I get the snow globe together, I don't know what happened to the footage of me completing the layout. So there's just going to be some photos at the end after the snow globe is on there. I do want to mention now while I'm thinking about it, and I still have lots of time in the video left because you guys know my mouth runs and sometimes I have to like hurry it up at the end. I did use a tassel that I unrolled and made into fringe and a doily that kind of mimics a snow globe. So I have like the big snow globe here with the cut file and like a mimicked snow globe off to the side where I put my photos. Now I am documenting something about the Christmas trees for this. I actually used 2 Instax pictures. I was thinking about doing this in the Christmas project, but I thought that this would be more fun. The snow globe would be a lot more fun as a large piece instead of something small in my 6x8 album. So, which is why we're doing it in the 12x12 format. So here is the foil. I am just going to take my pencil and outline it so that I can make sure that I get a great mark so that we can get this foil on the page. And I am using a pencil, which is fine. You don't really see the pencil mark, but what you do see is the indent on the foil, so I can totally see it. Now, I decided to use my pen blade here instead of picking it up and trying to cut it with scissors. The foil is kind of delicate, and if your scissors have any adhesive at all on them, it kind of grabs the foil and doesn't really cut it nicely. So I didn't want to have to worry about that. So the pen lady, this is not a pen lady, the pen blade worked out perfectly. And I do have to say, looking at my hair from the top looks weird with my little clip off to the side. But you know what? You do what you got to do to get your hair out of your face, right? Okay, so here it is. Now we have it in the snow globe shape, and I am getting rid of that foil and putting it on the back side of the cut file here. So I'm using my little Scotch dot adhesive around the edge here. I could have used liquid adhesive, but for some reason I didn't. I don't know why. I think the Scotch was handy and I didn't have to worry about it. So I lay the foil down and put the cut file on top of it to make it happen. And then I was like, oh crud, oh crud. I needed to like not have a piece of the cut file put on because I wanted to put sequins in here to act like the snow. You know, when you shake up a snow globe, there's snow all over it. So I do end up figuring that out. I am using the pen blade to trim off the extra foil because, again, like I said, if you're cutting mink foil, you have to have utterly clean scissors. Any adhesive, any gunk on them would just grab that foil, and you don't want that. Nobody wants that. So we are making this happen. I'm just cleaning up the edges a little bit. The foil cuts super easy with the pen blade. Like it's super thin. You don't have to worry about it whatsoever. So I'm just realizing now that I don't have an open space around the snow globe to stick my sequins in. So I pull it up a little bit, not realizing that the bottom of the snow globe doesn't really have a lot of adhesive in it to keep it closed. I'm trying to get in on the other side because the tree, you know, is adhered to the foil, so I figured I needed to get into the other side, but it wasn't happening, so I was just like, I'll just figure this out. And then this is where I realize that the sequins are coming right out the bottom because I didn't adhere that down. So I'm like, okay, well, this works. This is how I'm going to get the sequins in there. I'm just going to pop it open a little bit here and shove those sequins in there. Now I am just using some plain white sequins. I did not want to use any of my gorgeous sequins because it is under vellum and it is going to like die down the shine a little bit. It's, you know, it looks like non-sparkly snow. So that's why I'm just using white sequins. These are white sequins that I got in a big old multi-pack at like Michael's or something like that, where they're just plain colored sequins, nothing fun or special about them, which is fine. I have a need for these plain colored sequins that aren't fun or special, so that it works. So that's what we're doing. Now I'm just trying to clean up my mess a little bit here and get as many of the sequins inside the snow globe as possible. I didn't want it to be huge because there is no foam, like there's no foam between the backing of the snow globe and the vellum, so you know, I didn't want to have too many sequins because I still wanted them to be able to shake and move. And if I had so many sequins in there and it was tight without room for it to move with like the foam, I just figured that would be bad. So I've got that done, and then I am going to figure out the paper I want to use with this. And that does take a moment, but I eventually come up with this striped paper and this green paper. And like I said, I don't know where any of the process video for the actual putting together of the layout, like I don't know where that went. It's disappeared. I know I recorded it, but who knows. The title of it is called On Top, and it's 2019 because I am documenting what is on the Christmas, some of the Christmas trees this year. And the just 2 little lines of journaling says, the tree toppers range from Tinkerbell to stars. Love the myriad of toppers we have. So we have stars, bows, Tinkerbell, you name it, we got it. Lots of fun going on there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and lay this striped paper down kind of on the diagonal here. And I don't like how you can see the diagonal through the foil in the background. So I'm actually going to back that so that you don't see the stripes behind it. Now I know in a true snow globe you would, but no. Now I was going to document a Christmas card, but I felt like the bear was way too large for the snow globe, so we took him out. I'm trying to think if I want it. I really like this. I really like the Believe on the snow globe. But I'm not talking about Christmas magic or anything like that. I'm just talking about what is on top of a Christmas tree. So I decided that that wasn't the look to go for, but who's to say I won't do another snow globe with something in it. Now this is where I decide I'm going to go ahead and back the cut file again so that there's a solid thing behind the foil of the Christmas tree, and it works for me. I mean, it just does. So I add adhesive right there underneath the tree because I don't want the adhesive to kind of poke through where the foil is. We just don't need to see that. And I just cut it out with my scissors. I'm not like tracing or anything like that. This is just loose, and if it doesn't exactly cover the snow globe perfectly, I'm okay with it. It's okay. So I go ahead and put that off to the side. I add 2 Instax photos and, like I said earlier, a fun tassel that has been unrolled. I grab some glitter stars and some glitter enamel dots and make it go that way. And you can kind of see up close right there where the foil is through the vellum. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file shop and stop by the Facebook group for all the fun. See you guys later.